Baby, come and talk to me. Jodeci, tryna show you love, it's that TLC.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. My name is Candice and this is Everything Beauty with Candice B. So one of the best shopping events of the year is starting this Friday, and it's the Sephora Holiday Savings Event. So in this video, I'm gonna give you all of my recommendations of what you guys should be adding to your cart right now. So once the sale starts, you'll be ready to check out. So the Sephora Holiday Savings Event starts Friday for the Rouge members. So that is people that spend $1,000 or more a year at Sephora, and they get 20% off. The next start date is November 9th. VIB members who spend, I think, $350 or more a year, you get 15% off, and it goes from the 9th through the 15th. And then for beauty insiders, you get 10% off, and that starts November 11th and goes through the 15th. If you're not already a Beauty Insider member, it's free to sign up, so just go to Sephora's website and you'll at least get 10% off, but this is a pretty big event for people that spend a little bit more money at Sephora. 20% off of prestige brands is pretty significant, and I'm super excited. So I've separated my recommendations by skincare, makeup, and perfume. I don't really have too many recommendations for hair stuff because I don't really buy hair things off of Sephora. This might be a long video, so grab a snack, grab a glass of wine, and let's get into it. So for skincare, I'm just gonna go in the order of which I would apply the products to my face because I think that makes the most sense. So the first thing I have on the list is not a recommendation because I haven't used it before, but it is something that I am excited to purchase, and it's the Tata Harper Clarifying Face Wash, and I think it retails for $72. I haven't brought myself to be able to purchase that yet because I'm used to buying $10 face wash from Target, but that might go in my cart. So now on to the recommendations. Moving next into toner, I have 3 recommendations. So if you have dark spots or hyperpigmentation, you suffer from acne, the 2 that I love and use all the time is the Ole Henriksen Dark Spot Toner. That one works very well at fading dark spots after you've had a breakout. And then the one that I'm using right now is the Kiehl's Milk Pill Toner. I love that one. I think it retails for $45. You shake it up and then you put it on your face, and it's done an amazing job at lightening up my dark spots, and my skin is starting to look so even and so clear, and I'm feeling so good about it. I'm so happy with that purchase that I think I'm going to add another bottle to my cart just because it's $45 and I need that 20% off. But if you have sensitive skin, I would go with the Fresh Rose Water Hydration Toner. I think that's the name of it. And that one is pretty pricey too, but I love the smell of it, and it just feels so gentle and it hydrates my skin. So that one is definitely a top recommendation. So next up is Essence, and I only have one on the list, and that is the Fresh Kombucha Antioxidant Facial Treatment Essence. I really like that one. I've been using that one for maybe 6 weeks now, and I like that it gives my skin that moisture, especially since we're moving into the winter times and it gets a little drier outside. My skin just needs that little extra help with moisture, and the Fresh Kombucha Essence does a great job. There's also SK2 that Jackie Aina uses, but that stuff is like $200, y'all. I'm not gonna buy that again. I bought it before. I think it works, but for 200 of them things, get the Fresh one. It's half the price, which is still pretty pricey, but get that one. After toner, I've used so many different serums, but my 2 favorite ones are by Fenty Skin, which is the Fat Water Toner Serum, and that one has niacinamide in it. And that also helps with lightening up dark spots. And I just love that you squeeze it in your hand and you put it on your face. It works pretty good for me, and it's not as expensive as some of these other serums out here. But one of my all-time favorites is the Vitamin C Serum by Ole Henriksen. The official name of it is the Ole Henriksen Truth Serum Vitamin C Serum. I got serum twice in the name, but okay. I love that one. I put that one on in the morning before I put on my makeup. It smells really good, and it definitely helps with dark spots. And now I gotta go back to the face wash, because there's one thing that I forgot, which is a cleansing balm. And one that I've been using a lot lately is the Pharmacy Green Clean Cleansing Balm. It works so good, y'all. It just melts my makeup off right before I wash my face because I like to double cleanse, but I use that as a first step at night and it works so good. So highly recommend that as well. And now back on track. So getting into moisturizers, I have 2 on the list. There's like a number 1 and number 2 for me. So the number 2 moisturizer that I like to use is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. It retails for $32 for 1.7 ounces. And that one is very moisturizing. And they also have an SPF one that you can use during the day. And I did that for a while where I had the Kiehl's SPF in the morning and then regular moisturizer at night. It's very hydrating. It's not so expensive and it works really good. It didn't break me out. And I highly recommend that one. But the one I'm on right now is the Belif True Aqua Cream Balm. Ooh, let me look it up. Okay, my bad, y'all. It is the Belif True Cream Moisturizing Balm, not the Aqua Balm. I like a heavier moisturizer. The Aqua Balm is a little lighter. It's like a gel texture. And then the Moisture Balm is a little bit thicker and creamier. I love that one. I use that one at nighttime before I get into bed and it just moisturizes my skin just so good. So I highly recommend that one. It is a little bit higher than the Kiehl's. It's $38 for 1.7 ounces, but if you're getting that 20% off, go for it. And then for eye cream, there's only one that I use. There is only one that has my heart and it's by Kiehl's again. So y'all can see that that is a theme with my skincare. I love Kiehl's, I love Belif, and I love Fresh. But for eye cream, I love the Kiehl's Creamy Avocado Eye Treatment. It's so thick, it's so creamy, and like I have like little wrinkles under my eyes, and it just does an amazing job at moisturizing that skin underneath the eyes. You know, your skin is so thin and so delicate. You just want to make sure you keep it moisturized so you don't get those crow's feet. So that is my only recommendation for eye cream. And if you guys have any recommendations that I should try, let me know down below in the comments. So now moving into makeup, I'm just going to readjust myself because this list is pretty long, but we're going to go through it really fast. So for primer, I have 3 recommendations and one of them is Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I love it. It's so moisturizing. It keeps my makeup on all day. I mean, everybody pretty much uses it and I highly recommend it. And then the second one is the Fenty Primer. That's one I'm actually going to put into my cart. And I'm doing the hydrating primer because, you know, we're moving into winter time and I need more moisture once I get into these colder climates. Even though I live in Southern California, it's not going to get that cold, but it gets a little dry. So I'm going to be doing the Fenty Hydrating Primer. And then lastly is one that I want to try. It's the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. So I have her blurring one and that one works really good, but it dries my skin out a little bit and I can't really use it in the winter time. So I'm going to be putting that one away for now. And I want to get her hydrating one and see what that one is like. So for foundation, I have so many. I do not need not another foundation because I need to go through the ones that I already have. But there's one that I got my eye on and it's by Fashion Fair. And I just want to get it. You know, it is a black owned brand that used to be like in Macy's and in the department stores and they went out of business. And it was a brand that my mother used. And I remember going with her to Macy's to buy it because that was the only makeup that she would buy. And then when it went out of business, she was so sad. And now they're coming back and I'm so happy and I definitely want to support them. So I am going to be picking up the Fashion Fair foundation. And then that's it for foundation for me. But the other recommendations that I have is the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. I know a matte foundation is kind of harder to wear in the winter time, but this one I don't feel like dries my skin out like other matte foundations do. And it's so long lasting and you get a lot of foundation. I think it's like 1.5 ounces for $40. It's a lot of foundation for a pretty decent price. So highly recommend that one if you like full coverage. And then the last foundation that I recommend, which is kind of an OG for me, it was one that I wore when I first started wearing makeup, which is the Lancome Tint Idole foundation. I love that one too. And that one I think is supposed to last on your face 24 hours, but don't wear it for no 24 hours, but it's supposed to last all day. And I remember it lasting all day. I haven't used it in a few years because I have so many other ones. I might pick that one up too. I don't know. I'll let y'all know after the sale starts. But those are my top 3 foundations. And now on to concealer. And I have, let's see, I have a list. Ooh, I only have 2 concealers on my list. So the first one is going to be the Fenty Pro Filter Concealer. I use the shade 385. It's one of my favorite concealers. I done been through like 5 or 6 bottles already. I love that one. It's the perfect color for me, and it has just enough coverage for my under eyes, and I love it. I can't say too much more about it, but it's great. And I think it's only $26, so it's definitely a decent price concealer, and it works really well. The other concealer I recommend is by Pat McGrath. It's $32, and it's the Sublime Perfection Concealer. I love that one too. It works so well. And you know, y'all know Pat is pretty expensive. She's a little on the pricey side, so I would love to be able to get 20% off of her products. And I think I'll be definitely adding that to my cart. Okay, next on the list is brows. So I always stock up on brow pencils during other sales. So I don't really need any brow stuff, but my recommendations for y'all are to either go with Anastasia Beverly Hills, her Brow Wiz. You can pretty much go with any product from Anastasia Beverly Hills and it'll work. But I use the Brow Wiz because I prefer a pencil over like the little pots and stuff. So that's one of my recommendations, and I use the shade dark brown. Or the other brand is the Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow. I love that one too. That brow pencil is so creamy, and I think I'm wearing that today. That's what I have on my brows today. It just goes on so smooth, so creamy, and it lasts all day long. And usually sometimes my foundation will break down if I don't put on primer. But at the end of the day, my brows still be looking good, but my face be looking kind of bad. But definitely those 2 brow pencils, chef's kiss. Okay, next up is setting powder. So I have 3 recommendations and 1 thing that I'm interested in. So the first recommendation, I think y'all probably already know, is going to be the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder in the shade Honey. That one is just the perfect brown girl shade for your under eyes and for all of the places that you want to highlight. And you get a pretty decent sized tub of it. I'm definitely going to get another one because I'm almost out of the one that I have and I love it so much. So that is one that's definitely going in my cart. Another recommendation that I have is the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder, but that one can get a little dry, y'all. So if you use that one, make sure you're moisturizing really well, but it's just like a filter. It's a flawless filter underneath my eyes. I don't see any creasing. The color is beautiful. I think I use shade number 3, which I could probably go down to shade 2. Because sometimes the 3 is more like a natural look for me, and then 2 is more if I want something like highlighted. So I would definitely pick one of those up. Or Huda Beauty, her Easy Bake Powder. I love that one too. And that's what I think I'm wearing that one today. So I'm wearing the Huda Beauty powder. And the only thing I don't like about that one is it has like a little net. So it's hard to get the powder out. And I think I'm going to cut that net out. But the powder is just like, y'all, you can't sit with us. So that is a high recommendation for me. And then one that I am interested in, which I've seen on Andrea Renee's channel, is the Dior Powder No Powder. So I don't know if that one is really a setting powder or an all over powder, but I'm gonna look into that one because I think I'm gonna pick that one up. I always see her rave about it, and I will let y'all know once I get it. Moving into bronzer, I have 3 recommendations. So my all-time favorite one is gonna be the Fenty Beauty Powder Bronzer. I use the shade Coco Naughty. It's such a beautiful color, and it's for the days where I just wanna look natural and I don't wanna look too sculpted, but I don't want my face to look so flat. It's just the perfect color for my skin tone, and I'm almost out of it. I hit pan, so now I'm like scraping around the sides. And every time they have a sale on the Fenty Beauty website, it's always sold out. So I'm hoping that I can get it from Sephora when the sale starts in a couple of days. And the one I've been wearing lately, and I'm wearing it today, is the LYS bronzer. I'm using the shade Strength. That one is a black-owned clean beauty brand, and so far that's the only product that I have from them, and it's just been wonderful wearing that bronzer. I love the color. It looks so good. It gives me like that natural flush. So I highly recommend that one, and it's like less than $20, y'all. So you get a pretty decent amount of product for only, I think, $18. So highly recommend that one. And then the last one is the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. But y'all be careful with that one. The one that I have, I think I have the shade 3. Yeah, I think it's shade 3. But you guys, you only need to dip your brush in very lightly because it's so pigmented. You got to be careful or you're going to be looking crazy. But I highly recommend that one. That one's on the pricier side. So that's why if you are thinking about it, get it while the sale is going. Okay, I'm almost through with the makeup. So moving into blush, I have 2 recommendations and one thing that's kind of like, I'm looking at it, but I don't know. So the first one is the Rare Beauty Liquid Soft Pinch Blush. I have like 4 or 5 colors. Selena Gomez, she did that. I love that blush. It works so good. But just make sure when you're working with liquid blushes that you're light-handed on it because it can get dark pretty fast. But I really like that one. And I think it's like $16 or $18. I don't really remember the price, but I'll put it up on the screen here so that you guys can see it. You get a decent amount and it doesn't even cost that much. Another recommendation is the Blushes by Sephora brand. They last me so long. Pretty much any color that you can think of, they have, and I love them all. I think I have like 2 or 3. So I highly recommend the Sephora blush. And by the way, too, all of the Sephora collection products are going to be 30% off during the sale. So definitely stock up on Sephora collection products as well because you get an even bigger discount than your normal sale price or your normal sale discount. And then the last one that I got my eye on is by LYS Beauty. So, you know, I had the bronzer and it works pretty good. So now I'm thinking I'm going to get the blush to go with it because, I mean, so far I've had a pretty good experience with LYS Beauty. So I don't know which shade I'm going to get, but I don't know, something for the winter. And I think that one is less than 20 bucks too. So I'm definitely adding that one to my cart. So for eyeshadow, I'm not really interested in any eyeshadows. I have so many palettes and I think I have pretty much every color I could possibly think of. So I'm not really into the eyeshadow palettes, but the ones that I can recommend is pretty much any palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think she does have a new one, Primrose. I might take a look at that one. But any palette that she makes, I mean, the pigment is always there. The blending is always there. So you can't go wrong with ABH. I think another brand that you can't go wrong with is Huda Beauty. I think I've owned like one of her palettes in the past and it worked really well, but I think I ended up decluttering her just because I have so many, but I would highly recommend Huda Beauty eyeshadows. And then one that I was kind of looking at, but I don't think I'm going to get is the Fenty Beauty one, that bigger palette that just came out like a month or 2 ago. I think that one was like $48, so this would be my chance to get a little bit of money off, but I don't know if I'm going to add that because I'm trying to work with a budget, y'all. Oh, and this is also your opportunity to get something from Pat McGrath. Her eyeshadows are amazing, but they so dang on expensive, y'all. Like $125 for a palette. So if you can get your 20% off, definitely go and get something from Pat. She does have like a holiday palette that she comes out with every year. I got the one from last year, so I'm not going to get this year's palette because I think it looks too similar. And that one, I think you get like 18 pans of shadow for like $78. So that's even cheaper than what she normally sells it for. And if you can get some money off of that, go for it. So moving on into mascara, and then we'll finish this off with lipstick. For mascara, my recommendation, y'all, is to get that mascara kit. Actually, let me show y'all last year's kit because I still haven't even used it. Okay. Y'all, so every year Sephora normally comes out with like this lash stash kit. Y'all can see it. And it comes with like 10 different little mascaras and some eyelashes. And this is pretty much what I use all year long. So I'll just take one of these every month and use that, and I throw it out after a month because you know you're supposed to change out your mascara. I hope that they have something like this for this year. I did see a smaller one, and hopefully they come out with a bigger one. I mean, it's not over yet. The holiday season is just starting, and hopefully they put it up before the sale. But if y'all can find this, get this and you're set for the year. And you get to wear high-end mascara all year long, and it only cost you, this was $48. But I think I got it on sale. So if you can find this, that would be my recommendation for mascara. And I don't really have too much of a preference on mascara. As you can see, I'll just use whatever. As long as it makes my little baby lashes show up, then we cool. Okay, so for the last of makeup, which is the lipstick, that's what I put on last. My recommendations, I have two, which is the Fenty Gloss Bombs, y'all. Those are $18 full size. She has a holiday kit. I just love those gloss bombs. And I know we still wearing masks and stuff, but get y'all some of them glosses. They work so good and they look so pretty. And then as far as lipstick, I pretty much only use a liquid lipstick because I don't like for my lipstick to come off or like be on my glass, or if I like kiss my fiance, I don't want it coming off. So I'm more of a liquid lipstick girl, and the one that I recommend from Sephora is the Sephora brand. You'll get 30% off. They have so many different colors, so many different browns. You're bound to find your perfect nude. So I would definitely go after a Sephora liquid lipstick. As far as the bullet lipsticks, Pat McGrath's lipsticks work really good. I have one and it's like a lip stain. And like once you put it on, she's not coming off until you take her off. So I would go after that if you want more of like that bullet traditional lipstick. Whew. Okay, so last but not least, moving into fragrance. And I know it's kind of hard with recommending fragrances because everybody has like their own taste and their own scents. But during the winter time and the fall time, I really like those vanilla type scents, those gourmand scents. And you know, if you don't know what gourmand is, it means like it smells like it's good enough to eat. So I want to smell like vanilla and brown sugar, not so much coconut because I hate coconut, but like I love those like cinnamon type scents. But my all-time favorite is going to be like a floral type scent. So one of my favorite perfumes to wear is Chloe New. I love that one, but don't get that one from Sephora. Get it from Fragrance Net because you'll get an even bigger discount. But as far as like those vanilla scents, highly recommend the Kayali Vanilla 28. That one is always sold out. So if you can put it in your cart and check out on the first day of the sale, I highly recommend that you do that. I mean, it really just smells like vanilla extract and it just smells so good, so pretty, so feminine. So I highly recommend that one. Another gourmand, but it is extremely pricey, y'all. And it's by Kilian. It's called Love Don't Be Shy. That one smells just like, I want to say Fruity Pebbles or Fruit Loops. It smells so good, but it is so expensive. A full-size bottle is going to run you like $240. All I've been able to buy is the little travel size one, and that one's $48. And that one's lasted me a long time because I don't spray as much and only wear it like on special occasions, but that one smells so good. And then let's see, some of my floral ones that I really love is the Armani C Passion. And that's the one in the little red bottle. That one smells so good, so feminine. Like you smell like a grown woman wearing that one. So highly recommend that one. And then YSL Libre, like that one has been really blowing up on social media and all the girls are talking about it. So of course I had to get one. I got the travel size Libre and now I think it's time to upgrade to a full size bottle. So I'll definitely be looking for that during the sale. And the last one that just smells so fresh, y'all. Like every time I smell it, it just makes me go, and that one is Ocean de Joya by Armani Beauty. Like that one has become one of my all-time favorite scents. It just smells so pretty, you guys. Definitely go to the store, smell that one, and let me know what you think about it because I want to know, like, am I the only one that thinks this one smells so good? It just smells so good, y'all. But it's definitely a daytime scent because it doesn't last as long. But y'all, try that one out. So yeah, y'all, I am so excited for this sale to start. It starts in 2 days on Friday for the Rouge. And then it'll start a little bit later for VIB and Beauty Insider. If you're not already signed up with the Sephora Beauty Insider program, make sure you do that before the sale starts so you can at least get 10% off. If you want to hear more about how I like to save money on beauty, I'll put it up here in the cards. I have another video on that, so definitely check that out. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. This is the kind of content I'm bringing y'all every single week on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit those notification bells so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.